Drake and Kendrick Lamar's feud just got even messier, and it looks like the drama is far from over. After Kendrick's explosive Super Bowl halftime show, everyone is asking the same question: is Drake about to take legal action again? Entertainment lawyer Bill Ogden just weighed in on whether Drake actually has a case against Kendrick for performing Not Like Us on the biggest stage in the world. But that's not the only tea today, because Cenat also stirred the pot with his take on Kendrick's performance, making things even messier. Sources are now revealing that Drake is absolutely furious over Kendrick's Super Bowl set, but he's doing everything he can to act unbothered. According to Entertainment Tonight, an insider shared, he's angry, but he's acting like he doesn't care. But let's be real, how could he not be upset? Kendrick didn't just perform one diss track, he performed two. He hit the stage with both Euphoria and Not Like Us, and to make things even more awkward, Serena Williams, one of Drake's famous exes, made a surprise appearance. With 126 million people watching, the moment instantly became a major talking point. Another source told the Daily Mail that Drake was so determined to avoid the show that he banned his friends from watching the Super Bowl. Drake put his friends on a Super Bowl ban and did not tune into the show, the insider revealed. But let's be honest, he definitely found out what happened, and he was not happy about it. Despite his frustration, Drake reportedly feels some relief knowing that not everyone was impressed by Kendrick's performance. According to an insider, he knows it resonated with Kendrick's target audience, who have basically exiled him. But he's happy that not everyone thought the performance was amazing, and he's feeling better about his chances of a comeback, even if he does feel like he's lost some of his core fans. Social media reactions were mixed, with some people calling it one of the best Super Bowl halftime shows ever, while others weren't so convinced. One person tweeted, "Worst halftime show ever, not a fan." Another added, "I genuinely can't tell if I'm being biased against Kendrick, but I think this is the worst halftime show I've seen in a while." Even though Kendrick seemed to declare game over at the end of his performance, the feud between him and Drake is clearly still going strong. While Kendrick was taking over the Super Bowl, Drake was on the other side of the world performing in Melbourne, Australia, as part of his It's All a Blur, Big as the What tour. The timing of his tour is definitely interesting, considering it kicked off just 4 days after Kendrick swept the Grammys with 5 wins, all from his diss tracks aimed at Drake. After Kendrick's Grammy wins, Drake's father, Dennis Graham, made his feelings very clear, saying, "I don't care about that ish." Drake himself didn't directly address Kendrick's success at the Grammys, but during his first show in Australia, he made a point to remind fans that he's still standing strong. "My name is Drake. I started doing music in 2008. I come all the way from Toronto, Canada. The year is now 2025, and no matter what, Drake is very much alive. And that's all thanks to you. I love you." Now Twitch star Cenat has added his own twist to the controversy. Cenat recently claimed that the NFL manipulated the broadcast to make Kendrick's performance seem more hyped than it actually was. According to him, artificial crowd noise was added to the audio feed to make it seem like the audience was going wild, when in reality, they weren't that engaged. They added extra noise to his performance to make it seem like the crowd was going crazy, Cenat alleged. He also noted that during the opening song, the audience seemed uninterested, leading him to believe that the NFL enhanced the reaction for TV viewers. And just when you think things couldn't get any spicier, Drake entered the chat literally. The rapper, who has been at the center of an ongoing feud with Kendrick, liked an Instagram post where Cenat was talking about the alleged fake crowd noise. That one simple move was enough to send fans into a frenzy, as it was a clear sign that Drake is not happy with Kendrick's performance. But let's be honest, did anyone actually expect him to be? Drake has every reason to feel some type of way because Kendrick's Super Bowl set wasn't just about the music. It was packed with subtle, and not so subtle, jabs at him. Kendrick performed Not Like Us, a song that was basically the soundtrack to his Grammy sweep, all of which were won for diss tracks aimed at Drake. If that wasn't enough, Kendrick took things a step further by bringing out 2 of Drake's exes during the show, Serena Williams and SCA. Now, it seems like Drake isn't taking the shade lightly. While performing in Melbourne, Australia, on Monday night, Drake took a moment to vent about his exes in front of a packed arena. He riled up the crowd, saying, "If you ever in your life, give your time, give your energy, give your money, give your heart, give your soul, give everything that you ever had to somebody, and they effing played with you and wasted your time, this one's for you." The crowd erupted in cheers as he launched into his track, "You Broke My Heart," a song that many fans now believe was a direct response to Serena Williams and SCA being part of Kendrick's Super Bowl performance. Drake didn't stop there. He also made a sneaky lyric change during his performance. In his song Knife Talk, he usually raps, "Beef is live. Spoiler alert, this Aya dies." But during this particular show, he switched it up to "Beef is life. Spoiler alert, I never died." Fans quickly picked up on the change, interpreting it as Drake making it clear that despite all the talk about Kendrick ending him, he's still standing. But this feud isn't just about music and exes. It might also become a legal battle. Many are now speculating whether Drake could actually take legal action against Kendrick Lamar for performing Not Like Us at the Super Bowl in front of over 126 million viewers. According to reports, Drake is already in the process of suing for defamation, and he's doing it through Universal Music Group, the label that both he and Kendrick are signed to. Drake's lawsuit reportedly argues that Not Like Us makes false claims about him being a criminal and encourages the public to take matters into their own hands. But would such a lawsuit even stand a chance? Entertainment lawyer Bill Ogden, who previously won a massive $49 million lawsuit against Alex Jones, weighed in on the situation. He explained that while anyone can file a defamation lawsuit in the U.S., the burden of proof is on the person making the claim. Ogden also pointed out that U.S. free speech laws make it incredibly difficult for cases like this to hold up in court, especially when it comes to rap battles and diss tracks, which are often seen as artistic expression rather than factual statements. So, will Drake actually sue Kendrick directly? According to Ogden, probably not. In my opinion, Drake is going after the label because of how the public would perceive him losing a rap beef and then running to the courts complaining about how unfair it is. At the end of the day, this feud is far from over. With diss tracks, legal drama, and even exes being dragged into the mix, both Kendrick and Drake are playing the game in their own ways. But the real question is, who's actually coming out on top? Fans are divided, but one thing's for sure. This battle is still heating up, and we haven't seen the last of it. A second source has fully engaged in the controversy, alleging that Kendrick Lamar has a history of domestic violence against a loved one. This shocking claim has only fueled the fire in their ongoing feud, making things even more intense. But that's not all. Legal experts are also weighing in on whether Drake has a case against Kendrick after his Super Bowl performance. Ben Michael, an attorney at Michael & Associates in Austin, Texas, made it clear that a lawsuit against Kendrick himself is unlikely. He explained that given how many times Kendrick has already performed Not Like Us, the Super Bowl performance alone wouldn't suddenly make Drake take legal action. When it comes to Kendrick Lamar specifically, I wouldn't expect there to be any major or new legal consequences for performing Not Like Us at the Super Bowl, he stated. Michael also pointed out that Drake has so far only pursued legal action against the record label, Universal Music Group, and not Kendrick directly. I don't see why Lamar performing this song at the Super Bowl would suddenly cause Drake to pursue legal action against him specifically, when he has only gone after the label, he added. While the Super Bowl is a massive stage with millions of viewers, Kendrick has already performed Not Like Us at other major events, so this wouldn't be a game changer from a legal standpoint. However, not everyone agrees with that take. Gordon Harris, a lawyer from another firm, stated that every time Kendrick performs the song, he takes a legal risk. If Kendrick performs the song with controversial lyrics, he risks legal action, Harris warned. A lawsuit could lead to financial damages, and even if he ultimately wins, he would still have to spend time and money fighting the case. Given the stakes, Kendrick should think twice before performing these lyrics on one of the biggest stages in the world. So, at the end of the day, the question remains, will Drake actually go after Kendrick legally for performing Not Like Us at the Super Bowl? Or will he stick to battling it out through music? Some fans think Drake should take the fight to court. What do you think? Should Drake sue Kendrick? Or should he just let the music do the talking? Let me know your thoughts, and thanks for tuning in. Stay locked in for more updates because this feud is far from over.